NF, my favorite rapper, and supposedly he does a lot of work with with movies and TV shows. He does a lot of work with them supposedly, and I've thought to myself, looking at some of his archives on Apple Music and seeing who he's either worked with, or seeing seeing who he has either worked with, or seeing who he's just been affiliated with, because he might have because he might have sent them one of his beats or whatever, or mix one of their songs or whatever. You get the point. Wow, forgive me if I feel sluggish with this, or I seem sluggish with this a little bit. But it's like seeing some of that with Tommy. I'm thinking to myself, because I really be imagining what these guys would tell me if they was if they was talking to me about their work in the in the industry, in the business. I think what Tommy would tell me is probably like if you know how to, again, work the industry, how to be in how to be in it without being of it. And I think that's probably what him and NF and a few others are probably mastered, how to be in the industry but keep their their faith throughout it, where they're not compromised or corrupted by any of the politics or any of the, again, inner workings. And I think that's what everybody absolutely needs to get a handle on when it comes to their future in the industry. Knowing it really is similar to what the Bible says: know how to be in the world but not of the world. Know how to be in the industry but not of the industry. Because like I said before, fame at times has its price. And not just fame, but a lot of things have their prices, and not all money, is good money, and you don't need to be selling anything. You let alone your integrity, your dignity, your respect, your manhood, your womanhood. You name a million other things I can name. Selling it for promo, selling it for $10. And that's what I hope more people get on that train of, like, when it comes to whatever sells. I think if labels really were into whatever sells, I think that you would see a lot more Christian and gospel artists, being propped up, in the mainstream than what you see today. You see a couple, but you don't see nearly as many of of them as you see the outwardly secular artist. Thus far you've seen occasionally, a Lauren Daigle or NF, but other than that, you don't see too many of those, every day, all day, of that, particularly in music. You don't see, and I want to even say some Hillsongs and whatever. You don't see all of them, like you don't see labels just outwardly trying to scour around for more Christian artists to sign and prop up on the same levels as a Drake, as a Kendrick, as a J. Cole, as a Megan Thee Stallion, as a Cardi. You don't see that. Or at least from what I've studied in the industry, you don't see that. So that's why, watching that wow, it's already gone over 15 minutes. Actually, I'll go ahead and make it go on even longer a little bit. And to see that you don't see these labels trying to prop up too many, Christian artists. It's just like 1 in 5, or just one every, I don't know when. That gives you the details, I think, gives you of the true inner workings of, just whatever sells. It can't be just whatever sells. It has to be, egos and agendas, and egos, agendas, and whatever else word I could name there. It has to be, because if it was whatever sells, you would definitely be putting more Christian artists to the forefront of the world stage, but you're not. So that tells me a lot. More coming soon. You more band NJ to the city out, and so on. Because not to say every Christian artist is automatically gonna be relatable and is gonna catch eyes, ears, and attention. But that's again where you first gotta be gotta know which ones you're signing, and the spots and places that you're putting them at for them to show off what they what they got, and logic run it. More coming soon. NJ.